in 23-24. The Ministry of Coal has already offered 67 coal blocks in this year, which will be completed in November. After this, the Ministry plans to kind of launch the next round with over 50 coal blocks on the offer. Each coal block can be anywhere between 500 to 2,000 hectares or even bigger. These are forest land, agricultural land, residential areas and villages with hundreds of families living there, farmers and even small and townships. What does this cost to the people and climate is known to all, and in the Indian context will be shared by my friend. But what I would like to kind of focus is on the question of the enablers of this to the government. One, the atmosphere of fear and intimidation. Civil society organizations critical of the government is targeted either by revoking their license to receive funds or by putting income tax rates or harassing, by making them attend innumerable visits to investigation agencies to answer their questions and provide papers and documents for the past many years. Activists on the ground who dare to oppose these projects are intimidated by police or goons of the corporations, but also arrested sometimes under draconian terror laws, bail under which is very difficult. Key constitutional institutions are compromised. It's not just for projects like in coal, but overall in the country, the constitutional institutions have been playing a subservient role to this regime in the past decade, rather than being independent and holding a mirror to power. Whether it is judiciary, regulatory bodies, auditor of the government, or even election commission, the past 1 decade saw a deliberate weakening of these institutions, eventually making them all look the other way rather than playing a role they are supposed to play. The rise of crony capitalism. As mentioned previously, a compromised regulatory body, in this case the Security Exchange Board of India, equivalent of Securities and Exchange Commission in the US, has resulted in one company bagging all major tenders in the country in the past 1 decade, and along with that a few other corporations. That a wide range of projects from ports to airports to coal projects to renewable energy projects to green energy projects went to one corporation, that it even expanded its coal business seamlessly to Australia, Indonesia, Mozambique and South Africa, apart from India, is testimony to this. The name of the corporation is Athialy. Any media or civil society organization raising this issue has found themselves to be at the wrong end of the street. This communism made him the world's wealthiest person for a short while, until an activist short-selling firm, Hindenburg, exposed the illegal ways in which they amassed wealth. Media, which could have highlighted people's issues, is on a tight leash, with an exception of very few ones. None of them go beyond what the government wants them to publish. Instead of talking the issues of the nature and people, they are talking about religious populism, and which is not rare in the past 1 decade. The majority of these news outlets are also owned by a handful of corporations, including Adani. May I explain this situation, which many calls a lapdog media in India. Trumpeting the story of renewable energy expansion. India has a rapid expansion of renewable energy sector. That in the past 1 decade it grew by 260% is trailing. However, that growth did not diffuse the growth of coal or any other fossil fuels. Coal continued to grow as we have seen earlier. What changed is India started trumpeting this rapid growth of the renewable energy sector to obfuscate the growth and expansion of coal and other fossil fuels. So a possible success story of India moving to a just energy transition has ended up as a shield to cover the story of dirty coal. Our ask to the jury is that with the restrictions on activists, grassroots organizations, and an unwilling media, please echo the issues of coal and fossil fuels in India outside. The second, seek answers from the Indian government in international forums like COP, G20, and other for what it is doing back home. Thank you.